All right, I'm back to talk about the Pisces man and the Aries woman. And this is ironic because in the first video, I stated that this is the least requested compatibility. And when I put the first video up, it got the quickest response. Like it's already at 130 views. I'm not sure what it's going to be by the time you see this, right? I do want to get extensive on this though because I got some feedback, and the concern was with the Pisces male, of course, right? And there was confusion because, or should I say mostly because, the failure to communicate on the Pisces male behalf. And I want to say this, right? Pisces do have a tendency to be secretive and things like that, highly selective about what they choose to communicate to who they choose to say it to, right? At the same time, a Pisces is well versed in many things. So when you gauge them on something that is, or engage with them, pardon, about something that they are really interested in, that's when you get them to talk. That's number one, right? Now, if you try to associate that with being in a relationship, you may have a difficulty there. I'm just giving you a heads up on how they communicate more on things that interest them. So this is what I want you to do, Aries woman. I want you to look at this situation, or look at this relationship like this, right? We have Aries, who is the leader, right? Leads off at the first sign, the first house. And then you have Pisces, who's the ruler of the 12th house. So they're right next to each other, right? However, they're going in different ways. And a lot of the times with the 12th house, you have to question that because the 12th house may just be stationed and hovering around the whole zodiac wheel, okay? While the Aries is first and taking over to go around the zodiac wheel. And a Pisces, most of the times, is going to look at life like this, that they've already experienced everything that's going on, right? And this is why people say, Pisces is spaced out, or they're really not here 70% of the time. They're in the other world. And a lot of that is true, right? So this is what happens, right? In order for Pisces to be grounded, it also has to deal with, their ascendant sign and things like that. That will discern whether they're more grounded than other signs that don't have earth ascendant signs and stuff like that. That has a bit to do with it. But for the most part, you have to have this allure about yourself, Aries woman, that grabs the Pisces out of that realm into the more, into your realm rather, because it's about you, right? So it's important that you look at the wheel like that, because, that's why Pisces get associated with being spiritual and, ethereal, whatever the case may be. And it's because they're examining you, Aries woman, and they're watching how you move. And Aries, you do have the tendency to dart into people's lives, right? Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have good intent. It can mean, though, or it can result in being overbearing or overwhelming to the Pisces man. And the Pisces man is not necessarily going to communicate this to you unless they are irritated to a point where you're intruding on their privacy, right? And the reason why Pisces man is going to do this is because they probably, 9 times out of 10, they like you, right? And they're not going to burn their bridges with you, okay? Pisces man is being future oriented, and they're measuring you of how your interaction benefits them in life. Okay, so instead of ruining what you already have with each other, they're going to give space for you to figure some things out on your own. And that's where the lack of communication comes in, because they want you to experience it on your own for yourself, so you can make your own judgment of what's going on inside the relationship, okay? So, like I said, right, now a Pisces is going to be, Pisces male, this is a little bit of advice for you too, to switch it up a little bit, right? You're going to have to be in your raw element to attract this Aries woman until doing, the things that you guys are compatible to do. Because in this feedback that I received from this woman, right, she also said that it's been 4 years now, and now they're starting to develop something that is together, okay? And the reason why it's difficult to do that type of thing is, like I said before, the Aries woman is adamant with this energy. So the Pisces male is going to look at her and say, okay, look at all of this, this spunk and this energy ready to go and vital all the time. And now the Pisces does have that energy to match. However, it's like a faucet with the Pisces. It's turn on, it's turn off, right? So, like I said, they're measuring to how they can be compatible with you. And this may take time. They might not be up to speed like you are, right? So what happens is, Aries, and you cannot deny this, right? You can dart into something interested, and as soon as you're not interested anymore, you dart away just that fast. And a Pisces man is going to pick up on this, right? And he's going to question this. Well, how do I associate this woman with my life when this is how she moves? You know what I mean? And it's not necessarily that the Pisces is going to be heartbroken by that type of behavior. No, they're just going to realize that that is you, okay? Like I said, for them to enjoy the pleasures that come with being with you in a relationship, they're going to have to measure how that best fits in with what they're doing in life. Because if a Pisces loses themselves, then they're not going to be the best selves. And Aries woman, you're not going to really like that either, now are you? So you got to consider that, okay? So what a Pisces man is trying to do, because Pisces we're fishes, right? So when you grab us, we're like game. So when you do catch us and you reel us in, you're supposed to pick up on the things that we have to say, the things that we bring up into your life, and things are supposed to put us back in the water, because we, just like you, Aries woman, like to dart, except we just swim. It's the water element, okay? So you got to let us do that so we can end up being the best that we can possibly be, all right? And then you'll see things getting easier. Now, this is what I want to give. This is the advice that I want to give in order to make, the compatibility actually flourish, because it's possible. And people be thinking that it's not possible for this union, and however it's possible, this is what's going to have to happen, right? Pisces, you're going to have to be in your raw element, whatever that is, because Aries women are suckers for men that show this individualistic power about themselves, because they are the rulers of initiative, energy, and leadership, right? So when you're in that type of element, Pisces man, you're going to attract this Aries woman, right? Now, what you have to stop being scared of, and I know this is going to piss the Aries woman off, Pisces man is going to be shied away from actually going into the Aries woman world, because they're going to be gauging, oh, am I going to be fast enough? Am I going to be energetic enough? You know what I mean? Or it may even pertain to, am I going to lose what I'm doing? Or, this selfish thing that Pisces can deal with, right? Or am I going to be lost in her so much that I can't get back to me? Stop being afraid of that, all right? Gauge that Aries woman and go for it, man, because you're going to have fun. You're going to have fun. And this is how you could just, because I can reflect on certain behaviors of Aries woman, right? Like an Aries woman can come over, y'all hit it off, and before you even wake up, she's gone, right? She woke up, showed herself out, locked the door and everything, right? And you're like, wow, like what a woman. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how do you be compatible with that? You think that when you go over there that way, you might have to behave the same way, and that's not the case. Like, don't take Aries woman for a woman that's not able to sit down and chill and have a good time in a nice setting, or whatever the case may be, because you're wrong. Because you'll find out that when you go over there, things will be so relaxed and chill, and she'll have things set up for you, because she's so independent, she's so self-reliant, that you don't have to even think that you're going to be a burden, because Pisces man is just not going to want to be a burden, right? So these are the things that shy him away from going after the Aries woman. Don't do it, Pisces man. Go out there and have some fun. Now, Aries woman, at the same time, like I said earlier, you have to have this allure about you that pulls Pisces out of that other world realm, okay? And if you got that, bingo, it's on and popping, all right? Then things are going to hit off. And like I said, be in your raw element. This is what you should not do. Don't do things that you both are not interested in for the sake of relationships, because you may just like each other from afar and think like, oh yeah, that'd be great if we get together. And then you start doing compromising behaviors that put you in predicaments that you're just like, oh, well, this is not everything that I thought it would be. And that's because you're compromising too much. Especially Aries woman, your leadership. Pisces is looking for you to be in your element, to be that leader, to be, darting off and doing what you're doing. So stick to that element. Yes, it's singularity. It doesn't pertain to relationships or bondage in its infancy. However, when you're able to observe each other and understand the things that that you both are interested in, and then you click on that, that's how things are going to get good for you, all right? So keep this in mind. I hope this helps out even more. Remember what like I said, as far as the communication goes, find out what they're most interested in and see if you can talk to them about that first. As long as even if you're using it as a strategy, as long as they see that you can, how should I say, cooperate in sort of a way, in communication aspect, by finding out the things that they are interested in and at least sparking the conversation about it and listening to it, they'll open up and blossom in different fields that you would think that they'll stay silent in. All right? I'm out of here.